Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. It's your brother Ananias once again for A.O.I, the awakening of Israel. And I'm coming to you tonight, just with a quick question to ask you, what would you do? As always, it's an honor, it's a privilege to come before you, to be able to speak with you. But as always, we got to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God of Israel through the strength and guidance of his son Christ, for his sacrifice and his example. But tonight I'm coming to my brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. I want to ask you a question. If you knew what would save your loved one, what would help your people, what would help your family, your friends, what would ultimately help this world, if you knew the answer to it, to help all that, what would you do? Now, honestly, what would you do? Would you sit back and just say, hey, I'm going to do me? I know ain't nobody going to listen. I'm going to just do what I can for myself. Or would you actually lean out to help your people? Would you really be willing to help your people? If you had the answer to save your family, save your friends, save your people, your communities, your neighborhood, if you had the answer to all these things, even to saving this world, what would you do? Would you sit around doing nothing, just continue to flick through the channels? Would you continue to just strive to go get money every day? Would you just let things continue to go as they go? What do you say? Roll with the punches. These are the questions we need to be asking. This is a question that I myself am asking my people, the Israelites the Bible speaks of. If you had the answer to solve all these things, solve the problems of the world, what would you do? Because a lot of us know what the answer is. We just don't want to do it. We don't want to put that work in, you know? And the reason for me even being is to bring this truth out, to bring answers to my people. You might have known me in a past life. You ain't never known me to be a type of person to toot my own horn, to think that I'm better than anyone. You know, I always been the type to try to help uplift my brothers and sisters. Always. Since you have known me from a knee high, I have never been the type person that thought that I was better than somebody. But I always had questions in my mind as to why things happen the way they happen. And all I kept getting was the same old answer. You know, it is what it is. That's just life, young man. Nah. But as time went on, the Lord showed me. He even showed me before I was formed in the womb, but he allowed me to go through a lot of things in life to be able to get these experiences, to go through the ups and downs, just like most of us. Everybody got their own ups and downs. But he allowed me to go through these ups and downs so I can be able to speak, teach, uplift, give the real answer to solving life's problems. But unfortunately, on this drive, on this road, I found that a lot of our people don't want to hear the answer. And quite frankly, they don't give a damn. And that's the thing that shocks me, because everybody is walking around this earth with questions, want somebody to solve their problems. Why this family member passed so early? Why I can't get ahead in life? Why it seems like we don't have no unity? Why is it that my family members are sick, dying? But then when you come with the actual answer, it's too simple to believe. So people tend to reject it, even though the answer's always been right there in front of you. And I, along with other brothers and sisters all around this world, have come to the conclusion or have been brought into the light, so to speak, brought into this truth. And now we have our answer to what's going on in this world. But our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, who reject their heritage, who reject their glory, they say to hell with it. They don't want to be God's chosen people. They want to be any and everything else. But the Most High tell you throughout the scriptures, I chose you. I deal with you. Now people like, I ain't got no time for that Bible. That Bible has been used to enslave our people. That Bible was written by a so-called white man. I can't trust that book. These are the things our people have concocted or instilled in their minds about the scriptures. Mainly because they've been duped, hoodwinked, beguiled, tricked, whatever you want to use, whatever synonym you want to use to describe it, all their life, being lied to. Not having the truth given to them. Not even knowing what truth is. They've been lied to so much that they think, hey, why even seek the truth? What is truth? You know, sicknesses, diseases, why do they happen? How do we avoid them? Because most of us just look at the fruit of problems. You know, for instance, some of the diseases that come about. One of the main ones, I go with cancer for an example. You know, I've known several people throughout my life who had it, you know, who thought they got rid of it, but it ends up, and you never really actually get rid of it. Regardless what you heard, you never really get rid of it. You know, you might have procedures done, surgeries done, but you're only chopping off a piece of it and thinking that that's curing you. No, that's not curing you, because the real answer is, or the real question you should be answered or asking is, how did it even get to that point? What caused it to form? What caused it? You know, me cutting it off, that's not really healing the problem. That's not changing the situation. You know, you got to look at it for what it is. What caused the tree, your temple, your body, to create that fruit? We don't ever think on that level. We just want it done. We want instant gratification. Snip it, scrape it, radiate it, however you want to call it, or get rid of it. That's about as much as we think about it. We don't think what caused this. How do we prevent this? No, we don't care about that. The same way we don't care how our people got in the condition that we are in today. We don't care. We say, what can we, the past is the past. We got to move forward. You're right. But you can't move forward without knowing what you did in the past. Otherwise, just like we all know, same old statement, you're bound to make the same mistake again. But the thing is, our people are so stiff-necked, rebellious, that we don't want to hear the truth. Even to the point when it puts you on your deathbed, we don't want to hear the truth. Or we run from it. We flee from it and run to lies, run to oppression, you know? Not thinking, not even giving a damn. But you want change in your life. You want your people to be uplifted. Everybody on this planet want peace. Everybody on this planet wants peace, but we ain't willing to put in the work to make it happen. Got the answer right in front of us, but nobody wants to adhere to it. We want to go any and every place. We want to go to the damn moon. We want to go to Mars to find the answer, when the answer right in front of our faces. But the question of tonight's class is, what would you do if you had the answer to solve life's problem? Would you continue going on life the same way you've been going through life? Flicking that TV, scrolling on your phone, on your tablets, playing your video games, going out to the strip club, staying high, getting drunk, playing the whoremonger, raping and robbing your people. If you had the answer to life's problems, what would you do? And when you come up with the answer, you'll realize that's what me and a lot of other brothers around this world are doing today. We realize what the answer is, what's the solution to the problem that's at hand. And that's why we sacrifice being that living sacrifice on a daily basis, putting our lives on the line for our people. Because we know what the answer is. We have the truth. And we trying to give it to our people, but they reject it. It don't matter how many times you beat them over the head with it, lay it out on a silver platter, on a charger for them, they will not adhere to it. They will run and continue on in madness and folly, chasing after foolish dreams, trying to live like something that ain't even in you. It's not even in you, but you striving to live some type of fantasy life, trying to be like something that's not made for you. This world that you live in right now is not the world that was made for you. If you over here in Babylon the Great or America as you know it, you right now in your correctional facility for your punishment, for your disobedience to the Most High God, whether you want to believe it or not. Now you'll say something foolish like, "Ah, man, I knew him from back in the day. Now he think he a holy roly." If you knew me from back in the day, you knew that I was the same type of person. Now I done grew up more and I got more understanding. I always been a brother of understanding, and you know that. And I've always been a brother that's been there looking out for my people. Now I have more of an understanding as to what to do to save and help my people. And I'm reaching out to ask my people, what would you do if you were in my shoes? This is why I do what I do, because I love my people. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just a vessel here to get a message. I don't get anything out of this. The only thing I want to see is my people uplifted back where they're supposed to be, ruling this world, doing what the Most High created them to do, not follow after the oppressor, not following after every Tom, Dick, and Harry trying to follow a foolish American dream. I need my people to realize we're supposed to be ruling this world. Your families are supposed to be together. Your people are supposed to be dwelling in unity, loving each other. But you don't care about that. You more excited about new cars, new houses, new Jordans, new clothes. Simple. Think about that, man. The Lord commanded me to do the things, and my brothers and my sisters to do this exact thing what I'm doing right now. To reach out to my people and get them this truth. But you so busy and caught up in your little life, you ain't got 5 minutes to stop what you're doing and listen to something that's going to save your life or heal your life. You're too far gone in this world and don't know which way to go. You're so busy running to and fro like a chicken with a head cut off. And you still confused and lost as ever. Even with all this vast technology that they so-called have, you still lost. You're still struggling. Everything you do in life is prolonged. And you're still not happy while you're chasing that dream. Why don't you do what's required of you and build your people up? Think about that. Build your families up. Stop trying to do everything that you've seen these damn people put in front of you from years and decades on top of decades. You continuing on in a continuous cycle that has gotten our people nowhere. Think about it. Look at it. All we know today is how to rap, dribble a ball, and run with a ball. And sing and dance and hop and skip. As talented as we are as a people, we the best at everything that you can think of. That's all we limit ourselves to doing. And then we don't even try to unify at what little things that they do give us to excel at. But it's my job to do this. That's why I'm doing it. So I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 6. I wouldn't be doing this if it didn't mean anything. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 6. And it reads, "And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words." I don't care about your words, how you feel about me. I'm going to do the Lord's will. And I'm going to give this truth to my people, whether they going to hear it or not. Understand that. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest well among scorpions, be not afraid of their words. He's talking about the Israelites, our people, and the other nations. Nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Talking about the children of Israel. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are most rebellious. Most rebellious. Who more hard-headed and rebellious than the so-called black man? We on the bottom of society and still can't nobody tell us nothing. We got it all figured out, but we on the bottom of society, been struggling to come up for how many centuries? And we still ain't found a way. We rebellious as hell. And then when we find a way, it's funny how it's always something that finds a way to destroy whatever we build. Think about that. Think about that. I'm going to read verse 8. It said, "But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee." So this word is what we're supposed to be eating. And it's the word that I'm going to give to my brothers and sisters. A lot of us will say, nah, that ain't the answer. Nah, that book is used to enslave us. Who told you that? Where you learn that from? Because you have been told that, conditioned to believing in that, you have strayed away from this book. It's your history book. The Bible is the black man's history book. That's real black history for those who don't know. But they will never teach you that. That's your history. That's your power. Proverbs 3 and 5, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart," meaning your mind, "and lean not unto thine own understanding." That's a rumor, word of mouth that you done heard all your life that you running with and you believing and trusting in. Foolishness. It said, "In all thy ways acknowledge him," meaning the Most High, "and he shall direct thy paths." How many of us are actually living by the word of the Most High? How many of us actually go to him to ask him, should I do this? Should I not? What should I do, Lord? Now, we go to our friends who have no idea as to what's going on. We go pay the oppressor to give us a damn lie, and we run with it. That's what we do as a people. Hard-headed as hell. Think about that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17. But what I was talking about earlier was sicknesses. A lot of our people get sick and then wonder why these things happen. And then they be all distraught. Well, let's read what the Lord said. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17. He said, now I'm going to start at 16. "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are." So the Lord said, if any man defile his temple, meaning putting the abominable foods in it, that's what's really plaguing our people. The abominable foods, the disgusting food that the Lord said, do not put in your bodies. Pork, swine, shrimp, catfish, lobster, crab. We're not supposed to eat that. We're not supposed to have it in our bodies. And we eat it constantly. And you wonder why these cancerous cells form in your body. All manner of wickedness, defiling your temple. The Lord said, if you defile it, I'm going to destroy it. Because that's mine. You don't own that. You borrowing it for the time being. And when you defile my temple, guess what? I'm going to destroy it. And that's what be happening to a lot of our people. You know, we get to the point where we got these diseases and we try to scrape it off, not realizing what's causing it. You know, it ain't no different than a damn, for instance, your fingernail. Your fingernail constantly grow. You don't know why. You don't know how. But when you feed your body, it continues to grow, just like the hair on your face. You continue to eat, feed your body, and your nails and everything grow. But you cut it off. Just because you cut it off don't mean that it's going to stop growing. You consistently feeding your body, it's going to continue to grow. But that's part of your body. That's what you're supposed to be doing, eating, feeding. But when you put the wrong foods in your body, you defile it. And the Lord said, when you defile it, I'm going to destroy it. And that's exactly what's happening when we put the wrong foods in our body. What foods am I talking about? Swine. The key ingredient or the key food that destroys our people. We swear up and down we got to have the swine. Did you know our people didn't eat swine back in the day? Did you know that today, over here after slavery, we got to have swine in everything we eat? That's a law in the Bible. Let me bring that out for you right quick. For those who don't know. Yes, it's in the Old Testament. That's where things started at, right? That's where the law was given, right? Huh? Let's go to Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. It said, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. Unclean to you. I'm going to keep reading. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. This is coming out of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7 through, let me see, through 10. Talking about some of the dietary law. So the Lord is telling us that you can't touch or eat the swine, the pork, the pig. He also saying if you're going to eat anything out of the waters, it got to have scales and fins. Can't eat the shrimp. Can't eat the crab or the lobster. Why? They don't have scales and fins. You can't eat the calamari. Can't eat the scallops. Can't eat the oysters, the eel, the shark, the catfish. They don't have scales and fins. Understand that. I'm gonna jump down now. I'm gonna read a 10. And all that have not fins nor scales in the seas and in the rivers and all that move in the waters and any living thing that is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They are an abomination. That's something that's disgusting, sickening to you. Let me jump to Sirach 15 and 13 right quick. Oh. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 15, verse 13. And it reads, the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. So if you really love the Lord like you say you do, and he say he hate abomination, guess what? You're going to hate that pig and that swine as well. You're going to hate that catfish as well. That lobster, shrimp, crab. You're going to hate that as well. Them oysters. You're going to hate that if you love the Lord, if you fear the Lord. But a lot of our brothers and sisters make that bold statement saying they love the Lord. They got a relationship with him. He know my heart. But you go against everything that he say do and makes foolish statements like all I got to do is pray over it now. All I got to do is dip it in vinegar. Job 14:4 says you can't bring nothing clean out of anything unclean. Paraphrasing. I'm not exactly looking at it. But you can't make something clean that's unclean. Let me give you a better example. If a damn cow take a crap in the middle of the field or the pasture, what can you do to make his manure clean? Oh, you ain't got no answer for that. I figured that. Meaning that you can't make something clean out of something that's unclean. So the Lord said the swine, the shrimp and the lobster and the crab and all that is unclean. But we want to make foolish statements and eat it anyway. And that's what defiles our temple. That's just one thing. Just one. and it defiles our temple. And we basically saying the hell with what the Lord say. It's not a Muslim thing, brothers, sisters. It's an Israelite thing. You're not supposed to be eating it, you know? Think about that. Let me go to Proverbs 28 and 9 right quick. Proverbs 28 and 9. What would you do if you had the answer? This is the answer, and I'm giving it straight to you, giving it straight raw. Proverbs 28, verse 9 said, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, meaning the dietary law we bringing out, even his prayer shall be an abomination. So if you saying the hell with what the Lord say, I'm going to eat it anyway, guess what? When you sending up your prayers, you ain't listening. It's an abomination. It's disgusting. It's a denied request. It's an abomination. The Lord hate that thing. He hate to see his lot, his inheritance, the apple of his eye, constantly defying him, constantly going after the unclean things, trusting in oppression. Think about that. Let me go to Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 6 right quick. See what else the Lord say. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. You see that? Now you done heard all your life, oh, the Most High, he hates sin. Sin cannot happen unless the sinner commits the act. Think about that. Somebody got to commit the act in order for it to be sin. So stop believing them Christian pastors talking about God hate the sin. He hate the sinner. So stop sinning and start winning by keeping these commandments. Because what is sin? Let's get there. First John 3 and 4. 1 John 3 and 4. And it reads, whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. It's that simple. Breaking God's commandments is sin. So you breaking his commandments, the Lord hates you. And the Lord don't want to put you to death, because that's the reward of sin, according to Romans 6 and 23. He don't want to see you put to death, just like I don't want to see my people put to death. So he sent me and various other brothers to teach our brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel to stop sinning. Put the damn swine down. Put the shellfish down, the crawfish, the shrimp, the lobster, the crab. Put it down. Build your family up. Stop with the generational curses. You know, this is just on the healthy tip. You know, why you think our people dying younger and younger as time go on? We used to be living up into the hundreds. Now our brothers and sisters barely making it to their 50s because they eating the wrong foods. They 45, 50 years old, humped over, slumped over, need canes to walk, ankles swole the hell up, ankles or legs getting chopped off because they eating the wrong foods. And you tell them a simple answer and they don't want to hear it. Even on their deathbed, they don't want to hear it. But then praying to the Lord, please, Lord, help me. Please help me. You don't want his help. He gave you the answer. He's sending brothers to give you the answer. How simple is that? To stop eating the swine and go get something else. You got the beef, the chicken, the lamb, all these over 100 different types of fish. You know, but trusting in oppression. The other nations know what to do, what to feed you. They're going to feed you abomination because they want to keep you in sin. Think about that. Why else would you be able to go into any grocery store, any restaurant, and they'll have the abomination that the Lord said that we are not supposed to eat? If this law applied to everybody, if God loved everybody, and he got it in the scripture saying don't eat it, and everybody, you can type in Google it or pull up whatever verse. You can go to Wikipedia, go to all different types of internet technologies or platforms, websites dealing with the Bible. It'll break it down to you, give you cross references, give you definitions. It'll even give you statistical facts to help back up the fact that you're not supposed to be eating these abominations. But yet and still, you can go into any grocery store, any restaurant, and buy abomination. The same way you able to go and buy damn cigarettes at any store, even though they know it's gonna kill you. Think about that. But our people say, the hell with that. Life is about choices. You only live once. And damn it, that's how I'm gonna live. How foolish, how simple are you? Make change in your life. You got kids coming up, you don't give a damn. You're gonna do you. You're gonna teach them the same foolishness that plagues you. You want to quit, you want to stop, but you keep on. You ain't even trying. And then you create stumbling blocks for everybody else. Think about that. It's high time you wake the hell up and put in that real work. Let's go to Sirach 10 and 13 right quick. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 13. And it reads, "For pride is the beginning of sin." You see that? Pride. I do what I want to do. You only live once. I'm going to do what I want to do. I've been eating swine all my life. I've been eating shrimp all my life. Ain't nothing happened. But the Lord say, for pride is the beginning of sin. And he that have it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. The Lord have cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up meek in their stead. The Lord gonna cast you down and put somebody in your place that will listen and will hearken to his commandments. So once again, if you had the answer to save your people's problems, would you? Or would you say, the hell with that, I got a date tonight? Or the hell with that, I got to get this money? Or the hell with that, I got to get this sleep? What you gonna do? Do you really love your people? These day and age is kind of hard to find. That's hard. Hard to find, hard to see, just like a damn ruby. A ruby jewel. When the last time y'all brother seen it? Very rare. That's the same way it is when it comes down to finding brothers and sisters that actually love themselves and love their people, where they willing to put in work to help uplift them and save them. Because these days, everybody out about living themselves or living for themselves, being selfish. They living on a selfish tip. Me, myself, hey, I'm for my people. And I'm going to continue to be that way till I'm gone. You know, I'm giving all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God of Israel through the strength and guidance of his son for waking me up each and every day. But each and every day that I get up, I'm going to go hard to try to uplift and restore my people to the position they need to be in, planting that seed, getting them to think. But a lot of our people don't give a damn about nothing but themselves, scrolling up and down on Facebook, trying to find something to make them laugh, looking at a damn cat eat food, a cat fall out of a tree. If you had the answer to save the world, what would you do? The real simple answer to it is get out there and put that work in. Tell your people they got to keep God's commandments. They got to repent of their wickedness. Stop breaking his commandments. And once we back in our position of rulership, that's when the world will rejoice. Because right now it's being ran by the wicked and the people mourning. They battling each other. They invading each other. You know, they killing each other. Got us killing each other, hating each other. This world is destroyed as hell. And you love it. You should hate this world. I do. I love the Most High. I hate the things that are abominable here. I hate the fact that sisters love to put down green and pink and red wigs on rather than comb their own hair. I hate that. I hate to see brothers walking around sagging with skinny jeans on with belts on, showing their ass. I hate that. I hate to see where my brothers and sisters can't even communicate with each other. I hate that. I hate to see that we can't even walk past each other and greet each other because we so destroyed. I hate that. I hate that we go hard to go get some damn money with an oppressor face on it to stay broke and won't work together, but we'll work side by side in a damn factory to make crumbs from your damn oppressor. I hate that. But you love it. I hate the fact that this damn country got us on the bottom of society. Got our communities, our neighborhoods broken. I hate that. But you love it. You trying to come together, holding arm, hand in hand. That ain't making no change. You got to change the mindset of the people first. And I hate that we got a destroyed mindset. I hate that. But you love it. I hate to see my sisters walking down the street showing every curve that they got. They at 10 years old, you got them showing everything because you don't know how to dress them modestly. I hate that. I hate that the kids don't obey their damn parents. I hate that. I hate the fact that every time I turn on the news, my people gunning each other down for no cause. I hate that. I hate the fact that the other nations sitting back laughing, eating popcorn, watching us destroy each other. I hate that. I hate the fact that all we care about is playing damn sports and listening to music. I hate that. I hate the fact that our people lazy as hell and don't want to put no work in, except to go clock in for the damn oppressor. I hate that. They won't pick up the phone. They won't talk. They stuck up. They nose in the air. They hating each other for no damn reason. I hate that. I hate the fact that you got to wake up every day to go to work and pay bills and stay broke. I hate that. But I love my people. I love the Lord. I love giving you this truth. But you don't want this truth. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you raw because that's the type of person I am. And I don't give a damn how you feel about it. I don't care how you view me. But anything, you going to know I gave it to you raw. That brother was straight up with it. You don't want to put the work in, the hell with it. You don't give a damn how shit turn out. It is what it is. Excuse my language. But I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about my people. I see the atrocities that continuously happen. And all we want to do is kumbaya, trying to get some paperwork signed. That ain't going to get nothing done. You got to change the mindset of the people first. Because as you know, just like I know, ain't nothing getting better. And all we want is hand-me-downs. We want somebody to pacify us. Simple as hell. Let me get back to the scriptures, man. Let me go to Isaiah 66 and 17. Isaiah 66 and 17. We got too many damn excuses. But I got the answer. We got the answer. The Israelites, the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of, we got the answer to solve your problems. It's simply keeping the commandments. Isaiah 66 and 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination of the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So you out there eating that swine, eating that abominations. The Lord said you're going to be consumed. He already told you once you defile his temple, he going to destroy it. So what you going to do? You going to keep making excuses? That's up to you. I done did my job. You know, I'm giving you this seed right now. Think about that. Matter of fact, let me show you why these diseases even happen. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:61. Deuteronomy 28 and 61. And it reads, also every sickness. Let me go back. Deuteronomy 28 and 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. It's that simple. It's that simple. This is a curse put on the Israelites for not keeping the commandments. It's that simple. I'm just trying to do what I do. Let me go to Acts 17 and 30 right now. Because a lot of our brothers and sisters, they don't know. That's okay. If you're watching this video, now you know. You're not supposed to be eating the abomination. That's just one small commandment. Let me go to Acts chapter 17, verse 30. Bear with me. Let me get that right quick. Acts chapter 17, verse 30. Because beforehand, you were ignorant. You didn't know. You didn't have any knowledge. You were continuing on in the traditions of men, the generational curses, doing the things that you were taught or groomed to do since the knee high. It's okay. You didn't know, but now you know. Acts chapter 17, verse 30. In the times of this ignorance, God winked at, but now commandeth men everywhere to repent. You see that? The Lord winked at that. That's in the past. That's in the past. Now you know better. So, as the popular saying goes, you know better, you do better. But we got to start questioning everything. We got to start doing a diligent research on everything. Stop just trying to be cool. Stop trying to follow the trends. Do what's required. Uplift your people. Just shooting a basketball, throwing a football, hitting a baseball is not saving your people. That's wickedness. It's keeping your people dumbed down. It's more to life than that. Yes, it's team camaraderie. It's building a bond. It's more to life than that. And we got to start instilling that in our kids, in our youth. Telling them what it is in this life. Stop giving them the same old rhetoric you've been hearing all your life that ain't changed your life. You know? Tell them, hey, you're not with the condoms. We don't do condoms. We don't do boyfriend and girlfriends. You find a woman, you prove that woman, you lay down with her, or you marry that woman, then you lay down with her. It's not try to damn sleep with a damn girl in her teenage year, jump to the next one, keep on, what they say, your whole stage. That's simple as hell. That's whoredom. That's wickedness. That's what is promoted in this kingdom. Tell your children the truth, especially you fathers who got daughters. Tell them what's up. Tell them the truth. Quit following the things that you see on TV because you see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith pulling the gun on the little boy at the damn door. Because he coming to take your daughter out. That's how you scare him. Why you won't pull the boy in and have a conversation with him and see what he actually about? Why you not raising your daughter to be modest, to understand the wickedness of this world, rather than just trying to damn shield them away from it? You need to teach them how to deal with it, because you ain't gonna be able to shield them from it. It's everywhere, all manner of wickedness, and I'm gonna speak on it. And the fact that you fathers don't want to stand up and be fathers, I hate that. The fact that you'll let anybody do anything, I hate that. That you mothers think that you better than the fathers, I hate that. I hate the fact that our families are destroyed. You love it, but I hate that. But let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. Bear with me. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. And it reads, for it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health. It ain't no herb. It's not any type of medicine that you can take that can fully restore you to health. It ain't no medicine that us as a people can take as a whole to restore us to our healthy mind state, to a healthy mindset, to a healthy community. You know, but what? But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. You see that? It's bigger than just herbs, medicine, acupuncture, soups, teas. It's bigger than that. It's the word of the Most High God. So don't let this pass you by. Don't be all haughty, high-minded, thinking that you know anything. I only know a little bit. I'm not claiming to know everything. I never will. Let me get that right quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 2. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 2. And it reads, and if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. So if you're thinking that you know something, you don't know nothing. Especially what you ought to know. What you ought to know is that you are an Israelite, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You should know that. You should know that God chose you, that you special, you above all nations, all people on the face of the earth. You should know that. You should know that you're on the bottom of society. You went into captivity. Your families are destroyed. Your heritage is stripped from you from your constant disobedience. You should know that. You should know that Christ only died for you, your people, and he's going to return to save your people. You should know that. I'm going to read that again. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. I ain't going to never claim that I know all things. I've been in this truth for a couple years now. I'm steady learning. It's a never-ending book. Just like the movie, never-ending story. It keeps unfolding, unlocking, unraveling new information day in and day out. I'll never make that claim that I know everything. Neither should you. And if a man think that he know something, he know nothing. Especially what he ought to know. Like I said, you ought to know that you royalty. That you special, gifted, above the other nations. You should know that. Should nobody else be able to tell you different? Hell, it's evident as hell. All you gotta do is look around. Look at what your people are capable of doing. Should nobody be able to convince you otherwise? You should not be lining up to vote for somebody else to oppress you. You should not be giving your money to the other nations and forsaking your own people. Saying, they product too high. Who they think they is? They trying to survive just like you, brother. Just like you, sister. They don't have damn textiles. They don't have the resources like the other nations. So they got to go buy. Yes, they might have to sell it a little bit higher. That's for them to make profit. But you say, the hell with that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go to the other nations. And that's how they set it up. No unity, no love. Think about that. But nonetheless, it's the word of the Most High God that's going to heal our people. Whether we want to hear it or not, it is what it is. I'm doing my job to plant that seed. And later on, hopefully somebody else water it for you and the Lord will get that increase. I'm going to continue to strive for my people because I love my people. I love my family. I love myself. I love the nation of Israel. Most importantly, I love the Most High. So I'm going to continue to do his work, do his bidding. And on that note, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. You learned something, And I'm your brother Ananias for A.O.I. And I'm out. Shalom. I love you.